Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to our Pathfinder campaign. Last week we had an interesting ending to our time in the Misgivings, so let's get to the recap.
Victory is ours.
It was, yes. We started off with some necessary saving throws against various diseases caused by either getting bitten by a ghoul or deciding to harvest some nasty fungus because you suddenly decided you want to make some bombs. But everyone made their saves, and then you guys took to the task of getting out of the manor. Not without some detours, however. First of which was down in the southwestern part of the caverns below the manor, where Ursulin sort of stumbled upon a large scaveling that was sort of holed up in there. Kind of made a lair out of the place and had some corpses with some treasure that you guys were able to loot after you defeated it. The fight itself was a bit rough, though, as half the party was stunned on the first turn. But
And we still won.
yeah, with the combined might of those who were able to resist the effect, you guys defeated the Scaveling, claimed the riches in its lair, and then headed back upstairs, where you then basically went through the entire manor and looked for treasure, looked for any more bits of like lore or clues that you could use to kind of further piece the puzzle together. Plenty of loot overall. Various magical items, not all of which have been identified yet. But just before leaving, the taxidermy manticore was taken from the manor. I believe Dino wanted that one for himself. Yeah. You guys exited the manor, had another short run-in with the undead-looking ravens that were perched upon the ruins of the servants' quarters, and then you made the about 3-hour journey back to Sandpoint and came back to the Rusty Dragon, where it's fairly late at night now. Everything's kind of winding down. Bathana has already gone up to bed. It's just a Mako. She welcomes you all back in. She sees that you're not looking all in the best shape, so she she says, do you want any drinks, or is everyone just heading to bed?
Yeah, I'll take a drink.
I'm going to bed.
Ed, just sort of wait.
I'm gonna go my expensive shit into my room.
Ed, you're so quiet.
He's gonna go straight to bed now.
Cade's gonna
I'm
share
doing some of this wine that me and Cade found.
Oh
Sorry, what are you looking at?
While I was searching the place, I got me some wine and
Oh yes, the wine.
Bigardines.
Yes. So Ameko notices you pulling out this this wine, and she looks at it and says, "Man, that's some old. That's really a classic. Let me." Like, she sort of reaches out. She's like, "May I take a look at it?"
Oh sure, I got 8 bottles worth.
Oh, wonderful. And she looks it over, sees it's from Cheliax. She takes a look at the name of the vineyard on the bottle, and she says, "Yeah, this is from a very famous vineyard and winemaker out in Cheliax. This is definitely worth something."
Cade lights up at this and kind of elbows Dino.
She's actually going to appraise it. let's see here. That's right, no appraise bonus for her. Or no, rather, no skill ranks. Yeah, she hands it back to you, Dino, and she says, "Yeah, I mean, I couldn't tell you exactly how much, but it smells expensive."
I'm sure, but we got 8 bottles, so okay, want to share one?
Yeah. Cade just kind of looks up and answers and goes, "You were talking to Omega." Yeah.
Ameko pulls a couple glasses out, sets them down. As you pour yourself your wine, you begin to drink. You definitely understand why she says that this is worth something. It is delicious.
Yeah, screw selling it. We might just drink it ourselves.
Dream's gonna tap Dino on the shoulder because he's sitting right next to him.
Hi, Dream.
Hey,
How's it going? As I take a drink of my wine.
come on, man.
What?
Give me some expensive juice,
I didn't hear you say please.
please.
Ameko grabs a glass, sets it on the counter. The bar top, rather.
Very well.
And yeah, Dream, you really enjoy the wine as well. It is very high quality wine.
Yeah. I'm sure the Feathered Serpent would like to see some of this.
Perhaps, but I'm pretty sure he's more interested in the Manicore. And I point to what I was carrying to.
Yeah, probably. I can see that.
And we got plenty of treasures along the way, so he can have those. Wine, I think it should be for us. Or at least until we get a exact price on how much they're worth.
I'll drink to that.
All right. So as you enjoy your drinks for a bit, is there anything else that anyone would like to do before we go for a rest?
Oh, I need to eat. I need to eat one of my figs. Like a certain somebody stabbed me with a dagger thingy.
Yes. So you eat your fig before bed. You recover all of your hit points.
Yeah.
Let's see here. All right.
If I would recommend Kat that she goes to bed soon. Otherwise, she's gonna get woken up by Edge again.
Yeah, Cat heads upstairs, as do the rest of you eventually. Let's see. I gotta add hit points on. So Babu gets all his hit points back. Chopper wasn't missing any. So it's level plus con mod. So Edge recovers 7 hit points. The strength damage for Edge is also healed, I believe. I think you just get it all back at once, but
Thank God.
Like when I get all my health back, if I didn't eat the pig anyway.
Yes, because your con mod is plus 3.
Damn it.
Whatever.
Oh well, too late now.
You got it all back.
My poor fig was wasted. Ripping the fig.
Yep. So, we have some rest things to do. Let's see here. Who haven't I done yet for? Okay, Dream, Ursulin, Dino. Okay, yeah, because I already did cats. And alright, so everyone but Cade. Just roll me a d20.
A random D20?
Yeah,
or...
just a flat d20 roll.
Only
That's
20.
it.
15.
I had 50%.
I didn't mind roll.
I don't know, man.
Just type roll flash roll 1d20 or d20.
God damn it.
Star
Fuck roll
boosts up, but
20.
you're gonna die in your dream. That's just how it works. It's nice
Mhm.
knowing you, bud.
It's like the Matrix.
I'm refreshing. Fucking shitty fucking servers.
The servers may be shitty sometimes, but they'll never be as shitty as Blizzard Activision.
Yeah,
Had to know I was
That's-
going to get one in on them tonight.
yeah. Fuck them.
I mean, I already wasn't giving them any money, so.
I think I'm still paying them for my World of Warcraft account.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, I haven't picked it up in like a couple months now.
Stop paying them for it then.
Yeah,
No,
well,
because I'm gonna get back into it once I set up my PC.
I was telling
You can-
Allie
oh, no, you
before.
can always start back up, but you can not pay them for when you're not using it.
Fucking $16.
I was telling Allie before that I saw an article about some, I guess, WoW players who were organizing like an in-game protest about like what everything's going on. And I'm like, yeah, you know, nothing says that we don't like you, like continuing to log into your subscription-based game and giving them traffic.
Yeah, literally. No, I'm like, cause dude, Shadowlands was probably one of the best games to come out in 2020 because of the story, honestly. But they left us hanging, dude. They fucking came out with a great expansion, and I don't think they came out with a patch yet.
Yeah.
Or not, they came out with like a .5 patch, but they never came out with a 1 patch. So people are still fucking waiting on that, and they're dropping like flies.
So
Oh fuck.
Have you
Tim, did you take
loaded
away
in
one of
yet?
my figs yet?
Yeah, man. Let me see. Come on.
I believe in you.
Nope, that's a
Okay.
10.
No, yeah, that's a D10.
Nice. Great.
Okay.
Thank you.
So let's see. Do I want to go low to high or high to low? All right. I'll let Tristan. You can decide since you rolled the highest. Do you want to go first or last?
Last.
You want to go last. All right. So we'll go.
Last.
We'll go in ascending order then.
What is going on? Why is there an order?
So because it's dream sequence time.
Oh, wait, did Allie roll? No, Allie doesn't need to roll.
Yeah,
You're
we
right,
already
never
we already
mind.
did Cade's a couple sessions ago and Cat. Okay, so we'll start with Edge. So Edge, as you drift off to sleep, you eventually find yourself in a dark open space, and standing before you, much like in the manor, there is a stained glass window, and the stained glass window depicts a purple butterfly that is traveling up into the night sky. There's a flash of light that goes by from right to left, and as it passes the window, all of the shards of glass that make up the stained glass window turn into rose petals. The design remains the same, though after a few moments the petals swirl around before you, and they form a tight spiral that continues to spin, and it starts to move away from you, like forward, sort of like beckoning you to follow. As you walk towards it, the petals begin to transform into new images as you continue. The first one that appears is it's an image of you and your new allies, and you're all relaxing on the beaches in Sandpoint. You're fishing, just trying to catch yourselves some dinner. The petals then shift and change. The next image is you see yourself at the cathedral, and you are standing before many members of the clergy, and you are offering teachings and wisdom from your experiences and your own beliefs. The priests from all of the major faiths that exist in Sandpoint are in attendance, and they are all looking at you like very attentively, they're almost like hanging on your every word. As you continue to follow these petals as they change, the light that came into this space begins to dim. Off in the distance, you begin to hear several sets of heavy footfalls. The petals reform into another image of Sandpoint, but this time it's a Sandpoint that's under siege. There are citizens that are frightened as a nearby building goes up in flames. The sounds of the footfalls get closer, and this time you swear you hear a scream from far off in some direction. The petals change again, and this time you see what's causing the fires. You see a large red dragon in full flight as it hits the Sandpoint General Store with its fiery breath. The screaming sound returns, but this time it sounds really discordant as the petals are scattering once again. This time everything just goes black. And a feminine voice, one that you know well, pierces the void that you now see before you. And she says, "Do not worry, my son. You will not have to seek your nemesis. He will come for you once more."
Yeah, okay.
And
That's not what he actually says, but I'm just like, okay.
and
Probably just be quiet.
as her voice trails off, one final image comes from the rose petals. This time, you are standing alone on the streets of Sandpoint. And just as you've always wanted, the red dragon has landed across from you. Your greatsword is drawn, and as you let out a mighty battle cry, you've no doubt that you'll be remembered as a hero, no matter the outcome.
Cool.
Alright, so next was Jareem. Okay, so, Jareem, just like everyone else, your mind drifts away into the vast nothingness that is sleep. And the next thing you see is a workbench. You've been up all night tinkering, trying to create new types of bombs to use on your adventures. Babu is standing a bit off to the side, helping out whenever you need him to. And every so often you look over at the window to your room at the Rusty Dragon, and there's a butterfly resting on your ledge. The ledge of the window. Although you're just starting out with your alchemical endeavors, you enjoy the trial and error even when working with the dangerous fungi like what you've harvested from the manor. As you try to set the mechanisms in place for your latest attempt at making a bomb, a chill runs down your spine and it almost causes you to slip and ruin the whole process. The whispers that tried to coerce you into eating the deadly fungus from the walls of Voral Foxgo's laboratory have returned. As someone who didn't fall victim to any of the Haunt's temptations inside the Misgivings, you find it strange that their influence is stuck with you more than the others. Edge seems to have overcome the memories of his dancing episode. Kat has been her usual self since you've gotten back. Ursuline's had it the roughest, and probably understandably so, but given what she went through, it was probably to be expected. You tell yourself again, it isn't real. And Babu perches on your shoulder, and he's looking concerned. In all your years together, he's never seen you react to the calls of the dead so tentatively. You can almost feel him trying to reach out to you in your mind. He says, "What's wrong, old friend? Has the Misgivings changed you?"
You know I would never succumb to such nonsense.
He says, "We've seen a lot together, you and I. It would be a real shame for you to change course simply because you've grown apprehensive. I hope for you to reach your full potential, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't want the same for myself."
We will get there together, my friend.
I see. Your desire to learn and experience the world around you is admirable. I could tell that these last few weeks with your friends have rubbed off on you. Perhaps there is more to life than our magic and our bond.
Perhaps.
Well, one thing is for certain. You've always been the only person that I trust. I will be by your side until the very end.
You goddamn right.
All the imagery that surrounds you fades, and another voice, a voice you know as belonging to Pharasma, calls to you once more. She simply says, "Your spirit may not understand, but I do."
Understand.
Why you've chosen this new path for yourself.
Well, it seemed effective.
Agreed. What better way to bring more deserving souls to my door than by giving them the deadliest poisons?
Yeah, I mean, if they deserve it, you know. Also, who's one to judge, but...
I'm certainly not judging. You're still bringing the natural order of things to the right place.
When you're ready, sweetie.
You'd know if I think you weren't.
Yeah, I'm sure I would. I don't know if I, I think we got more speaking to do.
I agree. But some other time. You'll be hearing from me again soon.
Oh, I'm sure I will. Y'all always come back, all of you.
You hear a little bit of a chuckle coming from her as the voice fades out for good this time. Okay, Ursuline, you open your eyes to find yourself floating through an endless and beautiful starscape. There's no real indication of where you are in the universe, but strangely you feel calm. To your left, you swear you see a constellation that looks like Desna's butterfly imagery. Far off in the distance, a dark purple object with a faint glow appears. You don't know why, but you feel drawn to it. You begin to move in its direction, slowly at first, but you gradually speed up as you travel along. You manage to stop yourself just before you get within arm's reach.
Jesus, what you're gonna...
With a clearer view, you can now see that this object is a crystal of about twice your size. Suddenly, two bright, whitish colored lights appear on the crystal, almost like eyes. And you begin to hear a deep voice in your head. It says, "Hello, young half-elf. My master has sent me to you in this vision of yours, because she has learned of your curiosities, and because she has deemed that I must reach and assist you in order to regain my own life and my own freedom. As it happens, the powers within me were granted by the goddess of the North Star all along."
Did you just say you were gonna use me to get your life back?
I'm going to help you. I've been tasked with assisting you and helping you to reach your own goals so that I may reach mine.
Oh. So this is like a... This is a quid pro quo moment here. My uncle called me. That's why I'm kind of lost because he called me and he had an. Like, I'm so sorry, Tim.
It's okay.
I was lost. That's what I was like. What's going on? Like, he's asking me about my mom and whether she's okay, and I'm just trying to focus on D&D. No, but is this a quid pro quo? Is that how you say it?
That is how you say it. He looks toward the crystal and the lights that look like eyes on the crystal. They sort of lower the gaze a bit down towards you and says, "It matters not."
Okay, and what goal do I need to reach to help you reach your goal? I'm
Well,
confused. I know.
allow me to explain the situation that I'm in. In the short time that her true identity, Desna, of course, has been known to me, she's made great strides to right the wrongs of my own death. She found my soul before it could be judged, and rescued it from those who would send me to places that I need not go. She has given me a path to find my way back home to my own people, and the endless war that we fight against the terrible eldritch horrors of the deep. I have walked in the shadows for what has felt like eons. I have harnessed powers that bring light to the darkness, and vice versa. I have called upon the stars themselves to strike down my enemies, and now she asks me to entrust you with the will of the cosmos.
That's a heavy order. That is a heavy order. I'll do it, but it's a heavy order.
Very good.
Just say.
To show you that I can be trusted, I have given your pet, I believe the party I adventured with called it a cat, a small token. Once you show yourself to be ready, the powers will manifest naturally. They may be
No,
they may be difficult to control at first, and I don't know if they will bear any similarities to what I can do. But once they appear, you will be able to communicate empathically with the cat.
you said that your party called it a cat. What did you call it? Be honest with me.
My people don't have a word for that creature. It's not something that really exists where I'm from.
Oh. Okay.
Now I must return to Desna's domain in Cynoshire so that I may receive the next step in my journey. I wish you well, and I hope to see you shine as brightly as the star that I once followed.
I think I asked him that question to figure out what the fuck he is.
Sorry, what were you asking him?
I asked him that question to see if I could figure out what the hell he is.
Right, but what was the question again? Sorry.
It was what he would call a cat.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
he
yeah.
just said that his party called it a cat. I was like, oh, well, then that means that you're not human?
Yeah, no, he's
Don't ruin it. I know
he isn't lying when he says that his people don't have any word for cat. So
yeah, I was figuring I would ask a question as Arizlin to try and like wake up and see if I can remember it and then piece together things.
I got you. So once this voice finishes speaking his last bit there, the lights that were on the crystal they dim and they blink out, and then the crystal itself actually shatters before your eyes, spraying shards everywhere.
Do I get impaled?
No, you don't.
Okay, good. Good. Okay.
And then you simply just resume drifting through this galaxy like mindscape before you. Alright. Last but not least, Dino. So, Dino, you open your eyes and you find yourself in a big and familiar city. As you step outside from the cozy inn that you and your friends chose to spend the night at, you look to your left and you watch as Chomper eats a butterfly. You start ahead, but your friends catch up soon after. Most of them are still talking about something from last night, which started when Kat had overheard in the tavern that Suto had been convicted and executed only a few days prior. Your mind is distanced from that conversation, though. Unlike anyone else in the group, this is where you once called home. This is Magnamar. As far as you know, you're here because Aldrin wasn't the kingpin. Turns out it runs deeper than that. However, you're finding it difficult to stay focused because you know that your parents and the Lord Mayor are here. You and your friends go in different directions to shop, and you all agree to continue investigating in a little while. You almost get lost, but not because you've forgotten your way. You're merely too distracted. As you ponder the clues you found at the Misgivings...
For some reason, my mic was muted, so all I said was, "Nah."
I figured. As you ponder the clues you found at the Misgivings, you feel something suddenly appear in your pocket. As you reach in to pull it out, you find a red, oblong gem that's about the size of your thumb. As you look at it, a voice that you've heard once before speaks to you. You're doing quite well. As a reward, I've decided to take care of something for you here in this city. Because it benefits both of us. I'm sure you don't mind.
I suppose not. Mind telling me what it is?
Well, you see, this issue is a person. And this person might decide to stand in your way. I really could use them for my own purposes, so I've decided to send someone else to deal with them.
So, the reason why we came here is being dealt with, and you want me to go take on someone else.
No, this isn't the reason why you came here, but if this person were to involve himself in what you and your friends are doing, that might pose a bit of a problem. For you, and more importantly for me, but you as well.
So, someone who might get involved, but might not, it might be worth trouble. Might give me a description?
Someone who has amassed quite a lot in his life and in his professional career, but coincidentally someone who has quite a lot to lose.
Rich guy, got it.
Now you're getting it.
It's a noble, isn't it?
Oh, come now. Why should I ruin the mystery?
So, to make things easier, if you tell me exactly who to go for, I'll just kill him.
Like I said, I've sent someone to deal with them. Just letting you know.
So, rich guy is not going to be on our way. That's handy.
I do hope you enjoy your stay back in your hometown.
I shiver. Ugh, don't call it that.
If you happen to come across your parents, give them my best.
Why do you know them?
Well, now, you know as well as I do that they've been involved with the nobles here. They clearly want more.
I wouldn't doubt it. Greedy sons of bitches.
Ah, yes. Greed. The exact thing that I deal with personally. It's a funny thing. One day you've got everything you could ever want, and then the next day you realize you can't take it with you.
Well, I
It's,
guess that means they didn't try hard enough.
it's just going to move to someone else. We can only hope that it moves to the right person. Don't you agree?
I suppose so.
At that moment, you sort of snap out of this, hearing this voice in your head. You look back down at your hand. The gem was never there.
Ah,
You all wake up the next morning to the sounds of a pretty stiff wind. It's a blustery Sunday in the month of Lamachan. And it's a little cold today inside the Rusty Dragon. I think it was the breeze made it especially cold overnight, and they weren't necessarily prepared for that. So all of you wake up feeling a little chilly, but otherwise you're all up around your normal get up time. Even Edge, who is as is becoming the new tradition, he is the first one awake.
Mm-hmm. Person awake.
splash the others.
Do I really want to do that? I think you guys have earned a bit of a rest, so he's just gonna go on with his routine.
Okay.
That said, however, actually, while he's doing his sort of morning regimen, can he sort of eavesdrop on people? Has anybody heard around like dragon sightings in the surrounding areas?
Yeah, so you would probably want to talk to Ameko and Bethana downstairs. You're up before there's really any other like clientele in the tavern. You do see a young woman standing near the job board, sort of just browsing it. But other than that, there's nobody seated at the bar or at any of the tables.
So then, yes, while everybody's still asleep, Edge will actually just very subtly step to the counter, which he rarely does. So he goes to the bar and talk to Himiko, and he'll just very discreetly ask, what was I about to say? Oh yes, he'll just in a very low voice say, "Have there been any news or sightings of dragons in the areas or surrounding Sandpoint in the last months or so?"
Bethana looks visibly shaken by the question, as if she's had firsthand experience with either a sighting of a dragon or something of the sort. Ameko is more composed, and she says, "Haven't heard anything. I certainly hope there are no dragons around town. Shayla knows we're not really well prepared for a dragon here."
We might have to fix that. Then and Ed just goes about on his day.
Okay. The rest of you wake up a bit later. So what would you all like to do?
Well, first I need to complete my hourly meditation.
Yeah. So you and Jareem spend a little bit of time prepping spells, as you normally do. Kat's up and at him a bit quicker because she doesn't have to do that.
She doesn't want to get slashed by Edge, so she's up.
Cade tries to wake up a few times and just kind of like grumbly rolls over back to sleep, and because puppy is also sleeping on bed and just kind of goes, it's fine. No one's knocking. It's fine. Until I realize it's like late morning, and I just kind of like bolt upright and like start scrambling and come down the stairs and going, sorry, I'm here. Where are we going? What's happening?
The wind starts to pick up a bit as you all come downstairs. Ameko and Bethana have breakfast already by the time the rest of you come down. Edge kind of gets first pick of everything since he was there first, but the rest of you make it downstairs just as Edge starts eating, and Ameko offers Edge whatever kind of drink he likes. She's got like coffee ready, but also if Edge wants something a little something that'll put hair on his chest at the start of the day, that she can certainly do that too.
He'll probably just get water.
Water, okay. So
although he will ask in advance, tell me, Ameko, are there any decent smiths in this village, in this town? Sorry.
She gotta lower the music, the ambience a little bit. She says, "Sure, yeah, we've got a good smith here. Let me."
I need to improve my armor. I don't know if I have the raw materials for it though. Just because I need to find somebody who can. This is difficult to maneuver in. It's not like my own one.
Let me look up the name here. She says, "Yeah, you'll wanna head towards the Red Dog Smithy."
Thank you. And he continues back on the.
Okay. So as the rest of you come downstairs, again, like I said, you see the food in front of you. You look over and you see the young woman who's looking at the job board, but it's someone that the rest of you have all met before. It's actually Shayless.
And I think I want to talk to her after breakfast. Breakfast comes first.
Naturally.
Wow.
Bacon before hose. I don't know.
Kay just hears bacon, and just comes over to the bar and goes, so I'm not late for food, and just starts making a plate.
And you try to wake me up, but I still disappear.
So yeah, you all go ahead.
With a mouthful of food, Kay goes, so all the stuff I have sitting in the chest upstairs. Where do I go? What do I do with it? A lot of it's just kind of really heavy stuff.
Aren't you the one that lives around, like, has lived here? Aren't you the one we rely on for this crap?
No, I know where. Okay, my point was like, do I keep holding on to it or do I sell it, you dickwad? I'm not used to having this much stuff.
Stupid questions if you don't want stupid answers.
I literally just flipped off Ursula and just stick out my tongue with a mouthful of food and just go, eh.
Fuck off. Nina's just gonna laugh and say, Kate's getting sassy.
It's morning. I don't do mornings. Kate
Take my
says, shoveling more
encumbered
food.
apps and sell all my shit.
I'm just gonna drag my chest
So
around.
heavy.
To...
You're telling me the dinner set is 20 pounds? Holy shit. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
I'm emptying my entire chest and bringing all of that stuff with me. So I know we're walking around town, and I know I'm gonna be encumbered. So bear with
Oh my
me,
god,
y'all.
I have one.
Kate just says,
Kat is like sitting down with her plate of food, thumbing through another one of her books, taking on a little light reading in the morning.
Kate's too busy being flustered with Urslan to make fun.
Ugh, I'm hungry.
Once food has been satiated, I'm gonna go over and see what's up.
Talk to Shayless.
Yeah.
Okay. So Shayless turns around because she hears you coming, and she looks kind of upset. Certainly understandably so, as her sister was one of the murder victims that you found in the lumber mill. And she just says, "Oh, hey."
So it brings you to the Rusty Dragon.
I'm gonna turn to Kid and be like, is that the girl that he was trying to bang or did bang or something like that?
Did, and probably so.
Kate with him still shoveling food, and totally kind of awkward. Dad still wants to kill him.
Yeah. Actually kind of hot though.
She says,
He chokes.
She says, ever since my sister passed, I'm realizing more and more that my parents just don't care anymore. Whether it was about me or her, or who knows. I'm the only daughter left, and half the time I don't think they even know I exist. So I've decided to come and look for adventuring work. See if I can make it in that field.
Okay, two things. One, I can't say anything about your mother, but your father, I can definitely say so because he took me on. And I'm from a place to where people are roughly the same size, or not bigger than I am, and they don't want to fight with me. And yet he did. So trust me, he cares.
Can I hear this conversation?
Shayless isn't really making much of an effort to be quiet, so I would say yeah. Plus,
I'm just gonna whisper under my breath, more like he was throwing a fit that you were gonna get his daughter pregnant out of wedlock.
Still, I know a lot of people that still wouldn't do anything about it.
Kate just smacks Ursula and goes, "Really?
It's the truth.
Not the time."
she looks at
And
Dino.
second of all, there's plenty of things to do. Like, adventuring is not the job for you.
Cool. Way to let her down easy.
Dino is straightforward.
She looks at Dino and she says, "Well, you haven't had to live with my parents since everything that just happened. They don't even acknowledge me anymore. So what's the point? What's the point of staying and living under their thumb? I'd rather
You don't
just
have to stay there. I'm just saying that, for one, adventuring is rough. Alright, you see her? I point to Ursula.
The mayor's gonna look and be like, financial assistance, that's one good reason to stay with your parents.
Not that. I mean, I'm pointing to Ursula and saying, you see her?
She nods.
That person right there is one of the best people you want to have in combat, and yet she almost died twice.
Low blow, my dude. Low blow.
Point is, even a really capable fighter can go down during adventuring. So
I
the
went
things to
down
do.
because I fucking adventured too hard. I touched lava and I went into a room I shouldn't have gone into.
And you do it again anyway. You rush ahead in front of us. That's not my
I
point.
would do it again.
You would do it again. I have no doubt in that.
Ed just silently nods. You can't. If people aren't paying attention, they won't see it. But he silently nods.
I'm so glad. Cade just literally is looking at all this transpiring and kind of looks at Ameko and goes, I kind of flew on like rations. Do you have? And then finally like finishes showing Fonzu. Do you have any dried fruit?
You're a dried fruit.
I know.
Ameko reaches
Agree
under
with
the.
me that you're a dried fruit.
Yes. This is a very sad fruit who's lonely. Okay, leave me alone.
Ameko reaches under the bar and pulls out a small bowl of like trail mix that has like a few, among other things, it has a few like pieces of dried fruit in it, and just sets it in front of you.
There's no chocolate in that. It can't be trail mix.
And she's the whole time she's like fixated on the conversation that's happening over by the job board. She says, she's like, I'm not sure if I put that right in front of you, but sorry, I want to hear this.
Oh, someone likes the drama. Hey, Ameko, why don't you hire her? That way she doesn't have to live with her parents anymore.
Ameko is going to sort of slide down towards where you're sitting at the bar, and is gonna try and whisper to you. She looks at you and she just says, "Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed, but this isn't a brothel."
I said hire her. I didn't say for her out.
Cade just starts dying laughing. There's a ooh, I don't think San Juan. Wait, do we have a brothel? Idea. Cade just says.
I will punch you.
Shayless looks up at Dino again, and then starts to look at everyone else in the tavern in turn. And as she begins to talk again, there's definitely like a different sort of energy to her words. She says, "I don't know if any of you noticed in this town," and she takes especially long looks at Ameko and Cade, as they are fellow residents of Sandpoint. She says, I don't know if any of you have noticed, but this town doesn't really seem to like protecting its women. You know,
Cade kind
My-
of raises their hand and goes,
my dad just is completely indifferent to everything that's going on. The sheriff and his guards couldn't solve my sister's murder. Needed to hire you guys to do it. The jailer at the garrison doesn't care. He laughs at some of these crimes that get committed. It's about time that someone did something about it. And if I have to be that person, or if I have to die trying to be that person, then so be it. And she like grabs something off the job board. You can't tell exactly what it says. She like pulls it down really quick, and she actually just storms out.
Actually,
Cade
can I
just
grab before she
actually-
goes?
I'm gonna look at Dino and be like, she's gonna get herself killed.
I'm gonna aid in
Yeah,
that.
that's why I asked, like, before she leaves, I want to grab her and, like, keep her put.
Go ahead and
Combat maneuver.
yeah, I'll let you roll combat maneuver.
I'm gonna try to do something diplomatic and ask her to wait.
put my hands down on the counter and be like, well, this was nice. I'm gonna go get rich real quick. Goodbye. Dream, you wanna come?
Yeah. Is that enough?
I have to reopen
It should be enough.
my notes. There's been a bit of an error. I'll let you know as soon as I can.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's go.
While this is all going on, me and Dream are gonna take our valuables and get out of here and go sexy. Kate is more than welcome to come. Or stay and be the stallion, or whatever it is.
You know that Kate's gonna try to stop someone from getting killed, and then I'm gonna get sad, and then I go chase after you guys because I want to feel shit too.
Let's see.
I'll get through while this is happening, though.
Alright, so, Dino, you do manage to grab a hold of her arm before she can get out of the bar.
Now wait just a second. What do you think we've been doing?
Kate looks at her and Dino and goes, well, no, she's got a point. We're not the problem. But if she's gonna go charge off and do this on her own anyway, then maybe she should just come do it with us.
I shake my head. We're going to a place that's going to might be in our league, let alone hers. There are ways to help out, but throwing her life away isn't the way to do it.
Well, she's going to a place that's another city, and if she wants to, we can get her back.
To be fair, though, her sister wasn't safe here, if I'm
Anyway.
the story correct.
So,
Ed,
yeah, that's what
Ed,
we are here.
What are you saying?
We
Ed sort of
we
had
cleared out this
time-
place of goblins. We straight up raided their fortress and kicked them out ourselves. We took on ghouls and ghasts, by the way, very dangerous creatures. So yeah, that's our job, not yours.
Wow. Kate actually just slaps Dino slightly upside the head and goes, you know what? We actually never seen her fight. We have no idea what she's like.
I mean, she could just go against you or Kat, and we could just evaluate her that way.
Even if she
I
is
mean-
a capable fighter, going off on your own is a horrible idea.
I agree with that part, at least, Kate says. And then
I
looks
wouldn't
at
put her
Ghost
against
and says,
Dream, because Dream still has some, like, magical shit. And Dino's just probably too strong for her. And Edge is definitely too strong for her. And I could just shoot her and kill her, which is not fair. So I think Kat or Kate could go one-on-one against her.
Edge was
Maybe
actually
so,
the
Edge,
first
the weak
guy.
hand can become strong, but they need to work towards that. They can't just go into battle and expect to win.
Ed sort of gets up and starts to move towards, what's your name?
I'm actually gonna look over at
Yeah.
Dino.
Her name is Shayless.
Can Ed see what exactly she's outfitted with? Actually, can I use... One moment,
Oh,
sorry.
that makes sense. Like
Um,
seeing what she has.
I mean, she doesn't
Yeah.
look like she has any kind of gear with her at the moment.
Maybe
She
not with a craft or weapons check?
she
or-
kind of looks like she just got out of bed and marched down here just to see what sort of work she could find and was going to worry about the details later.
I'm about to go.
Yes, that is foolish. However,
I have overloaded. Like, I'm carrying everything to go
about-
sell it.
what if I were to insist in that? I have the discipline, at the very least. I have no qualms about sharing this knowledge.
Kate looks at
Survive
Edge
sharing.
and says, I'm with you.
She thinks it over.
Gonna go up there.
Go ahead and roll diplomacy, Edge.
Alright.
Can I aid him?
You can.
Enhance diplomacy!
That's only on you, Dino. Oh,
Son of a
Jesus.
bitch.
I mean, Edge is right next to me.
My rolls suck.
Well,
I got a 3
I mean, that's a
earlier.
10,
it
just
turns
thanks
into
to
a
enhanced performance.
turns into a 10 from the aid.
And
And
I could also aid him, but I still want her to go 1-against-1 on another person.
you didn't need to roll very high though. Let's see. So she thinks about it and she says, you know, maybe you're right. I don't have any kind of formal training. I don't know much about what I'm doing. I just feel like I have to do something.
taking up the arms for a noble cause like this is nothing to be ashamed of, but going in foolishly like this is, if you want my advice, you stick around with us. Learn a few things beforehand.
She gives kind of a sheepish nod that kind of conveys that she doesn't necessarily want to feel like a burden or that she's asking for the help, but she kind of knows that she needs it.
I have a question. What time of day is it actually? Is it still
It's
morning?
early in the morning, yeah. It's probably like 8:39.
Right then, so Ed looks around and he says, does anyone have any wood on them? Like just like a log of wood or a plank of wood.
I mean, I have a quarterstaff.
And he's not a weapon, just for practice.
I mean, a quarterstaff is the perfect weapon for practice, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, but he's going to change it into like a bookend style like wood sword. I don't think you want your sword, your quarterstaff being chopped into a half its size now, do you?
I have a dagger.
Yeah, Edge is going to quickly look for like some free spare wood nearby and just chop it up into a nice little turning weapon. Crafting works.
Yeah, you can yeah,
It's a
you
wooden
can.
sword. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
you can
like,
roll. You can roll craft. You find like an
Iron.
empty crate on the floor, and you kind of just with Mako's blessing, you kind of break off one of the slats of wood that makes up the crate, and yeah, you fashion it into a crude looking wooden sword, but still a wooden sword.
So yeah, so he just hands it over to Silas and basically says, "Training starts now, outside."
For the first time since her sister was murdered, a very tiny smile comes to her expression, and she sort of collects herself and more calmly now walks to the door and steps outside. Okay.
Yeah, Edge will also follow suit and begin.
Well, I'm following right
go on
behind
training.
them.
He will also express that this will happen now every day at this time. So. Right, so that's him. I think sorted out for the rest of the day.
All right. So, what do you want to teach her?
Well, for starters, we actually need to see if she actually, what can she do and what does she know, and then work off of that. So Edge just handed her the sword. If there's like, I don't know, there's something we can use as like a training dummy, but if there's like an empty barrel around, or no, actually no, let's strike it there. Yeah, so first you actually wants to see what she can do.
Okay. So,
What she knows and how.
you find an empty barrel sitting outside. I assume you want to tell her to just like to swing at it, or what? What do you want to see?
I'll try to like, I'll try to sort of crudely fashion it into like a training dummy of sorts. It's just like a stick around, you know, who's, kind of like a straw sort of wooden dummy type of thing.
Okay.
So the very least, it's like human height.
Okay. So yeah, after a couple minutes, you scrounge together enough loose pieces of wood and other stray materials, and you kind of fashion sort of a dummy for her to practice with. Let me see
Right.
here. So there is a stat block for her that I'm looking at. So let's see here. Okay. So she's going to take a series of swings.
Mm.
And the first couple actually don't look too bad. She finds the target. Looks like she made at least a little bit of an impact on the dummy. But before long, you see that her technique is just bad, and her next few swings either don't look like they really, you wouldn't even know that she hit the dummy, or she just misses the dummy entirely.
Is there a way to, like I don't know how you do this RP wise, but it's like how can I tell what exactly, like, is she using strength or dexterity for her attacks? Like
Since you handed her a sword, the rolls that I've made have been strength based.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get food.
To convey this in RP, I would say that just from her like expressions and body language as she's swinging, you can tell that she's got a lot of like pent up emotion from her sister's death and the way her parents have been treating her, and really things that have been going on around the town lately. You can tell she has like some anger that she's trying to release, and she's putting a lot into these swings. Like she's trying to hit it with all her strength, and that, like I said, that's where you can kind of see that the first couple, maybe beginner's luck, but she did hit the target. But like I said, her she's never trained in this before, so her technique is just not there. Couple of she's swinging too hard, or she's just swinging wildly and just doesn't hit the target.
Yeah, so Edge will just sort of.
So how big is a sword? Is it like long sword, great sword, scimitar?
Long sword.
Well, I don't have much on long swords, but I'm gonna recommend her that putting a lot of power between your swings is great, but it's more important to hit your opponent rather than trying to get a whole bunch of force behind it. So focus, steady yourself, and swing.
Okay. She is going to. I'll have her make some more swings. Okay. So she takes both of your pieces of advice to heart, as again her first couple swings pretty solid, hit the target, leaving a couple of scrapes on the dummy. She does miss badly once, but then you can tell that she's already beginning to realize like what she's doing wrong, and then her next two strikes are on the mark.
Yeah, better. But this will not be an overnight thing. You will have to keep training like this vigorously daily.
Agreed. And while learning how to handle those swords is important and all, you can't underestimate proper strength training. I'm going to show like a bunch of my workouts back when I was with the lizard folk. Like push-ups, hammer curls, shoulder and arm stuff. I mean, Dino has a strength of 20. He knows how to work out.
Oh wow, Jesus, you're tougher than I am.
Yeah.
Your character model is misleading.
Yeah, the armor doesn't do me much justice.
But he does.
Anyway.
He does have the anime protagonist haircut, so that's
Uh,
that's where his
Yeah.
strength comes from.
How could I not?
Power of weaves.
So yeah, I recommend we're gonna do like an hour of basic shoulder and arm training. And then she can use a longsword if she wants to, but there's a whole array of weapons.
Yeah.
So longsword not a thing, we can easily get another one.
Yeah, well, again, the idea was like a standard, like a long sword is basically the most basic thing that you could use in any sort of like military or mercenary or
True,
even like, for a
but
living.
those are more martial people, that he can use two hands. Tito, on the other hand, uses magic, so that's why he has a scimitar. So there's multiple ways to do it, like a bigger weapon or two smaller ones. She really
Well,
is
I
going to
mean,
figure out what her play style is.
you're
But
preaching
for
to the
now,
choir here.
basic
I
strength
just have a
training
sword.
and just learning how to control a sword
Yeah.
in the first place.
Um, okay, well, yeah, I guess we're just continuing on.
Okay.
In fact, Edge, do me a favor.
Hmm?
Stay here and go over the strength training I just told you. I'm going off. Actually, I'm going to call for Kay to follow me, and then I'm going to have her ask me, like, where's some nearby woods where decent animals are located.
Yeah.
Oh, Kate excitedly goes, "Oh, that is one thing I'm good at knowing. That's literally how I used to feed myself." And then Kate just starts pointing out, if you go down the road to the left and then up a pathway, and there's going to be a small alcove over there, and out there you can find some like rabbits, squirrel.
Not for eating. Like, I'm looking for something a little bit bigger.
Well, if you go past that, you get the things that eat them.
You are,
Like wolves. Wolf will do nicely.
you also recall Aldern from way back wanting to go to the Tickwood Forest to hunt boars with you guys.
Yes.
Boars are subpar.
But Kate
Any
just kind of looks
crocodiles
over and goes,
around?
"Boars are fucking terrifying."
I point at Chomper, and he's not.
I just okay. He's a fucking T-Rex. Of course, he's terrifying. And then I look at Chopper and go,
better
"Okay,
question.
well,
Is there any, how about I say a crocodile? Are they around?
lizards, water
Why don't you just go
lizards,
kill a goblin?
probably
Isn't that a little mud?
in the swamp by the goblins we killed."
Alright,
Um,
can you
there,
show me the way?
there may or may not be crocodiles in the mush fen south of town.
Yeah, I want to go there.
So they're going to kill things with the girl to train her. Is that what I missed?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like is happening.
Alright, I'm gonna ask Kay to lead me to the way of the mushroom bench.
I do so.
Whatever does it mean?
All right. So, you all with Shayless in tow, you head.
Nope. Edge is training Shayla's in basic muscle training and how to handle a sword properly.
Oh, so just Dino.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
going to sell my shit while this is happening. I am not going with them.
Wait, so why exactly are you looking for a crocodile? How's it related to this?
Animal
I have
companion.
no idea, Cade.
Oh, are you looking for your own animal companion?
Not mine. Looking for under her. And crocodiles are nasty. Which is why I'm going to train one.
Wait. You're going to train it, but she needs to be. Okay, fine. Okay.
Cade just
The
shakes her
plan
head and
is
goes,
for me to tame it. Not for me to use, but enough to where it realizes, okay, attacking people, bad idea. And then we're going to train Shayla's and the crocodile to be animal companions, so they work together to murder all the things.
Dude, what the fuck is going on?
This is just a very clearly, very carefully concocted plan.
This is like the most epic derailment I have ever.
I mean, I would prefer a dinosaur, but I don't think any dinosaurs are close
Give
by.
her a dog. Just get her an attack dog.
Kay just glares and goes, "You're shopping."
Oh, I haven't left yet, apparently.
No. I look over at you're
Wolves
trying
are
to leave. You're over
fine.
encumbered, so it's taking you a while.
Wolves
Yeah,
are
I know.
fine, I
More
suppose.
like I'm over
Boars,
them.
not
I don't even think I
really.
can move.
But I'm best suited to taming reptiles. And the only reptiles I know that are actually worth taming are either dinosaurs or crocs.
Yeah, my current speed is 5, so I'm just
Yeah.
standing at the doorway.
So, Kat is just gonna continue reading her book. Dream, what do you want to do? You got Edge is training Shayless. Dino and Kate are gonna go off looking for an animal companion.
And Arizona slowly
Ursula's
beginning to
gonna
sell shit.
go sell / maybe buy shit.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take a trip to Jabril, see if I can buy any supplies to make bombs with.
All right, so for now we'll say the two of you are going together, and then we'll sort out.
I'm going to a lot of places. I'm actually writing them out.
All right, we'll do the shopping stuff first, since that's in town, and because most of you have been able to do stuff so far.
Why are
Yeah.
they looking for an animal companion?
It's just saying. Don't worry about
Animal
it.
companions are great.
I was taking a dab.
They wanna give an animal companion to Shayless, since she claims she wants to become an adventurer.
Oh,
And well, I'm gonna ask anyway. Are there dinosaurs anywhere near the surrounding area, or at least a chance that there would be?
No. Kate says sadly.
You that would probably involve, at the very least, adventuring very, very close to the lizard folk territory that you came from. You don't know of anywhere else in the area that
Alright,
a dinosaur
close.
might live.
You know what? Let's go for it. Like, is it gonna take very long? Like, again, I don't want to outshine anyone else, but
No, that's fine.
you know, I want to give Shayla's the best possible option I can help her with.
Yeah, yeah.
And dinosaurs, with my expertise as a dinosaur shaman, is my best bet to actually taming it.
Are you telling her this, by the way? Like, you're gonna tell her that you're gonna go, like, get her a dinosaur?
Yeah.
Why not? She might have a personal preference on what animal she
I
wants to
know.
bond with.
Kate's just dying of laughter right
She's
now.
like, you're
looking at
gonna
Dino.
what? Listen,
I want a Magnemar to get her a dinosaur, though.
Shh.
I don't know that I can control one of those. I mean,
Kate
clear-
just shrugs.
A wild one, I believe you, but when they're young, and if you tame it, it will no longer attack who you don't want it to. Like Chomper here.
You enslaved under Dino?
she says, "Why, yes, I would love to bring a dinosaur home and whip my father into a murderous rage again."
You can always
That's
just
a
go into
very
the-
vital step.
Got it.
Excellent, excellent. Now, out of curiosity, there was one animal, preferably a reptile, that you could choose to have an animal companion. What would it be?
I don't know. What would you recommend? Clearly, you know better than I would.
Well, just like, okay, let me start back. Do you want an animal that's more focused on attacking, utility, such as scouting or, say, speed, or do you want a animal companion that's more built for defense?
She says, I would just like to be able to defend myself, for starters.
Well, let
It's
me tell you, you're on your own right now, and there's nothing better than having someone to watch your back. And an ammo companion is a really good option.
Go
He
ahead.
just kind of points at Dino and goes, he's kind of obsessed with that concept. He's a druid. It's his thing. He's right. Animal companions are pretty awesome. And then Kay just kind of looks at him again, like
Exaggerating.
dagger,
At least you haven't
dagger eyes, and
forgotten,
goes,
Cade.
a crocodile might not be the first start one, but it is.
And I knocked Cade on her head. Like exaggerating. Must have reminded you, it wasn't for Chomper, both you and Urzin wouldn't be standing here right now.
I beg to differ. I've tried to kill him several times.
I would not. Okay. I mean, yes, but she doesn't. Can we get her a dog?
She
A
says,
dog? How's that gonna help?
She says, I think I would just like to focus on getting myself ready before I have to worry about keeping something else safe.
Yeah, any sort of interruption is like, what you're trying to do is respectful. For now, let's focus on what's the task at hand. We can worry about an animal later if he's more confident about it.
You'll be fine. Come on, Cade.
Kay just kind of looks back and forth between Edge and Dino and going, oh no. Oh no. Urzin! I'm getting my stuff! Wait up!
All
And I
right.
panic and I just run up to my room to get all my shit to sell. And I yell at Dino and point out which way he needs to go find that.
Everything at once.
Yeah, wait. If you're grabbing all your stuff to sell, you're just letting Dino go on his own then, or are you bringing all of the stuff with you?
Dino has Edge. Edge is going with Dino.
No, I told Dino where he needs to go, and I panicked because now I have Edge and Dino both saying different things, and I didn't want to get caught in the middle of that. So I ran upstairs to grab my stuff, and now I'm going shopping with Urzlin out of panic.
Okay, so Cade panics and goes shopping with Urzlin and Jareem. Meanwhile, Kat continues to just sit inside and drink some coffee and read her smut.
Make multiple trips so I'm not overloaded. Can we just say I make multiple trips?
To the tavern and back, I mean.
Yeah, we can just hand wave that. That's fine. Okay, so if we're doing things in order, then our first stop is going to be Sava's Armory.
No, I said I want to sell the trinkets first.
You're selling the trinkets first.
Yeah, I think they're the heaviest.
Okay,
And
so
that way, if
you
Dino
go
and the other girl get back by it.
Hold on, let me do this first. You go to the jeweler.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Would the jeweler accept the crystal decanters and the silver dollar set?
He, looking at everything, he would. He's going to start with the gems first. He's going to go ahead and appraise. Okay. So he looks at all the gems first, and he says, "This is quite a haul that you've got here. I especially like these violet garnet stones."
Pretty pretty.
I can certainly make some nice pieces out of all of these. What do you say to 350 gold.
That's pretty good.
Wonderful. And at this point, he catches his eyes go towards the rest of the decanters and the set of silver dinnerware,
Uh-huh.
and he says,
Yeah,
"Why this dinner set is exquisite. It looks like it hasn't even been used."
yeah, I found it in a haunted manor.
Kate just laughs to their face and goes, "It's not haunted, really. It's just an old manor." Kate just says, looking over at Ursuline, like with
Lying.
angry side eyes.
Well, I certainly hope that one of these knives here wouldn't spring to life and try to stab anyone.
I don't
There's
think
no
that
promises.
silverware is haunted, but you never know. Hey, they'd be worth a lot more if they...
So Cade's going through all the stuff they have and is trying to find what they could sell. It took me a while to get here, by the way, because I'm definitely over encumbered.
Yeah. Well,
Like I told Tim, we could probably just make multiple trips, like take all of this stuff for like the gem store, anything that he would
So-
take.
I have 2 urns.
okay.
I have
If it click on
an
the
iron
little...
pot. No, I'm keeping the iron pot. That is something I wanted to carry around. I am selling. Okay. I'm selling the lapis lazuli. I'm selling the citrine. I'm selling the urns.
Put the little eye next to it so that he can see everything.
Okay. He
Those things.
doesn't seem to be interested in the urns.
Damn.
But
That gets it to be an urn.
still speaking on the dinner set. He says, it's funny you bring this in here because my wife and I were actually looking for a new set.
Oh. Well, it also comes with decanters, whatever those are. I actually don't know what a decanter is.
A decanter is like it's like a container that you would keep like alcohol in. It's not like, yeah, if you were to pour it out of the bottle into some other container, it would be a decanter. It's meant to like keep
Oh,
it.
it's like when rum and whiskey comes in. Okay.
Yeah. It's meant to keep it like more fresh and keep the taste good.
Yeah, it's a specifically shaped bottle so the alcohol can aerate in a certain way so the flavors can bloom.
Thank you.
Look at you knowing your alcohol.
Thank you. I'm not that much of a hard liquor drinker, so that's.
I mean, I am, and I didn't know that.
You
good knowledge.
actually use them for wine a lot, actually.
Yeah, you can use
too.
them for wine too. Yeah. But I mean,
Yeah.
you don't use it for beer, and that's what I primarily drink. So.
Yeah. I mean,
Word up.
Thank you, Rob.
I don't think you could.
Someone understands.
Word up.
I used to drink a lot of hard liquor, but I can't anymore. So beer is my happy medium.
Yeah.
I can't ingest any alcohol anymore, so I only get to do it in world like Pathfinder as Cade. Ta-da!
If we do an in-person session, I got to take you guys to the Savory Grape. It's a really nice store. So all kinds of booze, and it's massive.
Mr. Booze.
I like buying new boozes and letting my friends try them, though. So
I tried to open up a bag of kind bark, but apparently I'm just so inept at doing anything in my life that I fucked it up.
F.
There's like a little white line that tells you how far it's supposed to rip down, and I ripped above it. So I can't open this without scissors.
F in the chat.
I'm a big kid now.
Pretty much.
I'm a big kid now. Okay.
What's back to the guy?
How much would you take this dinner food set?
He looks at at everything again, including the decanters. He goes into the back, past his 2 mooks that help guard the place. He comes back with two sort of sacks of coins. One is much bigger than the other. He puts the smaller one in front of Cade and says, for your gems here, and sets the bigger one down in front of Ursuline and says, this will hopefully be to your liking.
Can I gauge how much is in that bag?
You open it slightly to get a look at it, and it's a mix of gold and platinum coins, totaling close to 1,000 gold.
Very nice indeed. It's all yours. I said as I hand the dinner so.
He just kind of fumbles with the pack and just feels that it actually has some weight to it, and just kind of opens it and looks. Yeah, those are shiny and yellow. I'm okay with this.
Yeah, Cade, yours has like 75 gold in it.
I'm happy.
I'm rich. I'm very cool. I'm gonna ask him, do you know anyone that would take these crystal decanters? Or maybe a Mako ones.
Oh well, he paid you for the decanters.
Oh, he did? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I thought that he only paid me for the dinner set.
No. He wanted the decanters too. He really liked them. They're made of crystal, so he likes them. He is the jeweler after all.
Yes, that is true. Now I'm at a medium low. That is why I wanted to go here first.
I can't get my sheet to open.
He says, is there anything else that you need?
I mean, I have a pearl earring. I don't know if you want that.
He says, well, I'll take a look.
What was this one? It was from the body of where we got the cat. Dream heroically killed an evil witch.
That body.
Yeah, that body.
Yeah, that's from a while ago. Let's see here.
Yeah, she's a pack rat.
I am a pack rat.
I'm literally looking at you in character and just going, where do you keep all this shit? As I'm lugging the chest behind me.
I look at Kid and I point to my outfit and I go, pocket.
Kay's just looking at you like, I have pockets.
Then use them.
I don't have that many. And the Kay tries to strap a giant iron pot into a pocket, looking at you incredulously.
Next on the shopping list is acquiring a bag of holding eventually. If that's in this game, I don't even know if it is. As Tim died in the archives to find out what his pearl earring is worth.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I got it. Speaking of which, as he's looking at this pearl earring, you notice a little something different about your cat this morning.
Oh, yeah, we forgot about that.
There's a small purple gem on its forehead.
Oh my god! Picture from a comic that we could use for the cat. Now that you said that.
The jeweler, he looks at the earring. He says, "This is quite nice. I can, not the biggest fan of the setting, but I can certainly pop the pearl out and make a better one myself."
Yeah, that was my idea, but I'm not the jeweler here. That's your job.
So it is. How about 50 gold for it?
Yeah, why not? It's all yours.
Yeah, he goes ahead and hands you yet another bag of coins.
Man, you must do a lot of business.
Well, with all of you bringing in gems that you find on your adventures, I've been able to make a lot more stuff, and the citizens here seem to really like it.
Yeah. Like you're doing business.
Anything else here?
No. I mean, unless he knows where I can sell paintings.
Where
I
you
feel
can
like that would be the guy that we sold like all the weird things to, right?
Feathered Serpent.
Is that who does it, or is that? I thought the Feather Serpent does the imbuing of magical properties into weapons.
He does, but he also keeps a lot of like oddities in his store. So
Yeah.
I'm looking through all the
I feel like-
places in Sandpoint. There is one other place that you could go to. He mentions the Sandpoint Boutique is a place that they sell artwork. He's not sure if they buy artwork from people who just walk in trying to sell it. He's never attempted that himself, but he says you might try there.
I'll try both. See who gives me a better deal.
Yeah, he does mention. He says, "Well, if the paintings you're trying to sell come from the same haunted house that this dinnerware set came from, I think the man at the Feathered Serpent will pay handsomely for something like that."
Oh yeah, he does like a good story behind an item, doesn't he?
Oh yes, he loves those quirky, tall tales that adventurers like yourselves spin for him.
Glenn says she takes her money walking out because finds that offensive that he said tall tales. But if I walk out, I wave him, I do. Hello.
Okay, where to next?
Speaking of Feathered Serpent, because a lot of the things next have those oddities and dream monster buildings.
All right, to the Feathered Serpent then.
Damn, I have a lot of money.
You do have a lot of money.
I do. I can't wait to make my new pistol.
Out of curiosity, how much money did you say you have?
Enough. Listen, you made the trade. I gave you shit to make up for the fact that I took that 60 gold. I said, okay, you can take that shit, but I'm gonna take the paintings. And
That we did.
Not including the money that I previously had, I made about, according to Tim, this much. But that's zero. That's how much I made.
You
So far.
all arrive at the Feathered Serpent. Vorvashali
So I'm
looks.
assuming you're not splitting that then?
Nope, but you said I don't have to.
Oh, those were the
Lucky
painting
there.
stuff. I thought that was also for the
Oh,
jewels
that's
and
the
whatnot.
gemstones, yeah. But the gemstones that Kat gave me as my dowry to the skin salt man.
Yeah, she sold those gemstones and the dinnerware set and the dozen crystal decanters. Which I put those in the group chat because I had totally forgotten to mention that she found them last time.
Yep.
So all that money is just from the paintings then?
No, from the crystals, from the gems that Kat gave me, and from the diner set that I found, the dinner set, and the decanters that I was lugging out of the place while you were a fucking big ass fat chameleon carrying everyone else.
Yeah, she hasn't sold the
I had
paintings
to
yet.
keep the ball rolling. So yeah, paintings, we absolutely agree. She can have all of it. Everything else, I'm not so sure.
Hey, listen, I'm the one that carried them and found them.
At any rate, you see, you walk in and you see Vorvashali. He's like just finished up unloading a pretty big box of stuff that had just come into to his store, and he sees Jareem and he says, "Oh, my friend, you are going to like so much of this stuff that I just got in."
Ah, you love to hear it.
Well, we'll get to that in a moment, but I see that you have some other interesting items here. What have you brought me?
forgot what I took. I don't think I added it.
You had the.
I've been doing my best to add stuff to character sheets. So let's see. You took the shards of the phylactery. You took chime of opening. You have some of the keys that were found.
Oh, right. Okay, so I want to show him the shards of the phylactery.
Okay.
It will just be.
And I'm gonna tell him these are from a really, really haunted mansion.
Are you selling a lot of stuff, Pete?
Really, really haunted mansion, you say?
Oh yeah, extremely.
Haunted by what now?
Old family.
Oh yes, those old nobles do love their treasures. So what's this broken bit of scrap here?
Well, I was hoping you could tell me more about it.
Alright, he's going to make a spellcraft check. Let's see here. What's his bonus? I'll find it eventually. Here we go. He ponders the broken shards for a few moments, and he says, well, whoever tried to make this didn't know their stuff. Or perhaps they were interrupted or otherwise ill-prepared. I can't tell just by looking at this, but someone tried to turn themselves into a lich. And by the...
Well, that's valuable information, I think.
And by the looks of this item here, they certainly did not succeed. Listen, I gotta ask you, if I buy this from you, how sure are you that these haunts won't come after me?
Well, I think they're still tied to the house, if I'm not mistaken.
Ooh, that's fun.
We haven't gotten rid of them yet.
Well, you know, everyone could use a lively bit of exploration inside of a haunted house every now and then. Good to know that it's still there.
Oh yeah, whenever you want to visit.
So, how much gold do you want for it?
Well, considering it's poorly made, how's 100 gold sound?
I think I can part with 100 gold for this little bit of history. He goes and gets the money for you. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of stuff that I have to look up the costs for.
Just take it first.
Alright, so Cade sort of takes out the stuff that they brought. Potion, some of the war room documents, the weird pouch of keepsakes. That's the stuff that Aldrin had, right? Or is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. The stuff that a lot of the stuff that's really Ursula's or depicting Ursuline, if you will.
Yeah, but I have it, and this guy likes collecting weird shit, and Cade just knows that. So Cade's going, "This is all the stuff I have that was weird."
One or two
And
of
the
the
urns.
one or two of the charcoal drawings made it back in your little pouch of keepsakes there.
Slightly
Vorvashali.
bothered
If Kate can make money off of it, Ruslan's okay with it.
Oh yeah, you're okay with someone making money off of smut of you. Okay, I see.
yeah.
I see where the morals stand here. So
It already exists. Why not make some funds off of it? I get the logic for Ursula.
so Vorvashali, he looks through the stuff, and he takes a peek at the charcoal drawings. Looks at the drawings. Looks up at Ursula. Back at the drawings. He says, "Now, I can tell that this is you in the drawing,
Yep.
but they did not capture your good side."
No, they did not.
Cade just starts busting out laughing. I was like,
This
Don't-
person just does not know how to capture a woman's form.
no, they don't. In more ways than one, apparently.
I
I
should
just
have
put my
background.
finger on. I put my finger on the charcoal painting, and if you look closely, they got my nose wrong.
Oh yeah, I see that. I don't know how you could
Cade
mess
just
that
starts
up.
dying laughing.
You know, honestly, I've half a mind to go find this person, and
Oh, he's dead.
oh, that's a shame.
Yeah. He was trying to murder me.
Oh, do tell me more. This sounds like a fun story.
Oh, do you remember Alder and Foxglove? Rich
No,
boy, with a dog.
I might have seen him around town, but my establishment here is not really a place that you see the nobles walk into. Too weird
That
for
is
them.
true. Well, basically, he did something. Trying to rack my memory here.
Oh yes, he clearly did something, and he's looking at the
Something
drawings
about,
again.
7 brothers. Seven brothers. Can't help. 7 brotherhood or something like that. Or Tim, help me if I'm getting. Am I alone?
On the right tracks here. Is that what they're called?
Brothers of the Seven.
Brothers of the Seven. Thank you. Something with the Brothers of Seven, and then there was this mask involved, and then the mask. He put the mask on, and he became the Skin Saw Man.
It was
And
kind of
he
creepy
tried
shit,
to
I'm not gonna lie.
So you're telling me that the man who drew this was rather, a creepy serial killer who is tied to some underground organization that most
yes,
certainly
most definitely.
commits more horrific acts of crime.
Cade's just nodding their head vigorously up and down, going,
And everyone's going, yep.
Well, I still think the biggest crime here are these drawings. They just absolutely did not get your figure correct.
I know.
Cade
And
goes
that's what disgusts me about them.
just kind of pulls those drawings back and kind of puts them in their back pocket and goes, so, the rest of the stuff,
Sorry.
Meant to throw
Yes,
that.
yes. I apologize. I've simply become just so enamored with how just I can't say it enough. He did not do you justice here. I swear. Sorry.
Cade's laughing hysterically and going, this is why
Yeah,
I'm keeping
my
them.
thing
They're
is-
great blackmail.
If no one's gonna buy them, she might as well destroy them. Am I right?
No. Great blackmail. I keeping them. And then I keep them in my back pocket and then go point at them.
No longer for sale.
Blackmail
such a
against
valid argument.
Ursula, that is hilarious.
So he takes a look at the rest of the stuff.
From Cade.
Yeah, and he's just Cade stuff, and he's doing some math in his head about how much he's willing to offer you. He says, "Well, the biggest ticket item you've got here is this potion. I know exactly what this does. You sure you want to get rid of this thing? I can't help but feeling like, for people like yourselves, that this would be helpful."
It's just thumbing through all of it. Wait, what thing?
The potion.
The potion, of course.
Well, Kate kind of just looks and goes, well, everyone just kind of made a joke about how I was already... Oh, it was a joke.
A ray
And
of
Kate just
sunshine.
kind of just takes the potion and slightly slides it farther back and goes, maybe I keep that.
But
Well-
are you also selling the? Are you giving him the earnings too?
Yeah.
Wait,
He likes weird things.
the
So
wait,
you keep the documents and the potion, and you're selling the pouch of keepsakes, the unidentified arrows, and the urns.
yes. So he takes a look at the urns. He seems to like the design of them. Double checks to make sure that they're empty.
Where did we find those urns?
One was from the catacombs, and the other was from
So
the
long
manor, I
ago.
believe.
When Kate had no idea of what was valuable.
He looks up and says, I don't know, 50 gold?
Kate shrugs and goes, alright, it's better than lugging it around.
Everyone smiles, fine, and goes, "My turn."
Yeah,
And whips out the two paintings.
he looks at Kate. He's like, do find someone to redraw that. That is.
Oh, I will. I definitely will. And as I stifle a chuckle.
I love it.
He knows what my underside looks like.
Tell you right now, Vorvashali is officially my favorite NPC to RP. Like,
Oh my god, yes.
he's so fun. Okay, so you pull out the couple of portraits, one of Aisha, the other of the bullfight. Her
You're
Ai-
here. You're
Aisha's
Currently
scarf.
in the tavern, you're reading though, so
I can hear that.
Long story.
Yeah, currently I've just had Kat doing some light reading and drinking some coffee, just
Sounds good.
enjoying a
We
day
got
off.
3 people doing shopping. One person is training someone, and the other person's out to look for a dinosaur.
Why do I have a feeling the person out looking for a dinosaur is Dino?
It is Dino,
He
and
specializes in dinosaurs.
and the person
that's a fact.
then the training session is Edge and Shayless, who came into the Rusty Dragon and looked at the job board, and basically has said that her parents no longer seem to care about her existence, and she wants to learn how to fend for herself. So,
Dino's not who Shayless is, it's the girl that Dino is fucking.
oh, she knows who
no,
Shayless is.
I know who Shayless is.
I know.
Alright.
Include that in the recap.
So Urslan, you produce the things from your bag, the Aldern's clothes, the scarf, and the 2 paintings. Anything else? No. So Vorvashali looks at the paintings. He says, "Now these paintings were made by someone who understands perspective and anatomy and the right way to capture." He's pointing at the Aisha Foxglove portrait. The right way to capture a woman's image.
Pretty sure that the Aisha one was painted by the same guy who made those ugly ass pictures of me. I am most definitely sure.
There is absolutely no way that that's true. But it makes for a better story if that's what I tell my customers.
Yeah, I know, right? But
One
the problem
was
I'm
when he
having
was
with that
dead.
picture of Aisha
Is that it's kind of covered in some blood, and I am a craftsman of guns, not art. Although my guns are pieces of art themselves, I can't fix the painting, and I feel like it'd be more if I fixed it, but I mean, you could just take it as is. I don't really care. I'm pretty sure if you fix it, you'd be able to sell it for me.
You see him turn around and just say to someone who doesn't appear to be there at all. He just says, "Take care of that for me, would you?" And after a few moments, you see the painting lift off of the table that you've placed it on, and some unseen entity begins cleaning the painting.
Oh, you got.
I love this fucking guy.
You got house sprites?
It says, well, yeah, there's a certain value in having some hired help that nobody but me knows about.
Uh-huh. Slavery. Like, so how much can I do for all this? Oh yeah, and the clothes right there, I took those off of Eldrin's body. You could see the gunshots that it caused. But I'm pretty sure mending would make them worth more.
Yeah, you see, he takes this. So he's casting an unseen servant spell essentially to clean this portrait up. You also see him. He casts Cade. You watch as he casts Prestidigitation, and he even casts Mage Hand to assist in getting everything cleaned up. Once it's done, he looks at it and he says, "Oh, there we go, good as new."
And then I point to the scarf and I say, I have no story for this, but I'm pretty sure it was trying to. Wasn't that included in one of the haunts or something like that? Like it was attacking.
Yeah, it
or something
attacked.
like that?
It attacked Edge.
I'm just gonna tell him that in the mansion it attacked one of our party members and it was trying to choke him out. But it was posing it. But it's pretty fancy looking and looks valuable.
Is it going to attack me?
No.
Don't think so. Cade shrugs.
I mean, it hasn't attacked me since I picked it up off the floor.
He's going to sense motive. Just to make sure everything's on the up and up here. Okay. Says, well, alright. That's... seems legitimate. It hasn't attacked me yet.
It's a pretty nice looking scarf, though. Except for the killing factor, but that's a good story to tell someone.
Sure is. That's a great story. Even the clothes here. Well, you know, I don't have the means to fix these right this second, but I could certainly do some work on it and hopefully patch it up. Well, so if you're looking to sell all these, unfortunately, I don't have that much gold on hand. However,
I have a deal for you.
if you'd like, you're
I'd
certain.
like you to imbue my gun with a spell. It's a masterworks gun. Can you do something with this to reduce the amount of money you would give me? That way I don't have to pay for the spell that you're going to imbue in my gun.
Well, that of course is going to depend on what sort of enchantment you'd like.
Ah. You got like a book with a list of enchantments you could do?
Yeah, I can send you a link to that.
Enchantments.
So you're going to look on the table that says ranged weapon special abilities.
Okay.
And it's in
Or did you say?
the Pathfinder text channel.
Okay. Ranged weapon. Ranged weapon special ability.
So the base price of a +1 enchantment is 2,000. So
Well, how much is everything total here?
I would say that would probably cut it in half.
Okay.
The only difference is if you want one of the first three on the list, that's going to add to the price. even further. Those first three, those modifiers are on top of the +1 bonus.
So adaptive, impervious, and glamored, or that base price is just added onto whatever the normal thing would cost?
Yeah, it would be 2,000 plus that.
Oh, okay. So then I'm going from like lying downward.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you want, really, but as long as you can afford it. I know Dream put the corrosive enchantment on his spear, and there is no keen for ranged weapons, but that's what Dino did.
Best enchantment.
Certainly the best if you are a crit fisherman.
And with 25% chance
Bane
to
does,
crit, I am most certainly a crit fisherman.
Who's a crit fisherman?
Dino with his 30% crit chance on his scimitar.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's too good to not pass up.
In the meantime, while you're deciding, Vorvashali is going to turn his attention to Dream and Cade and just say, would you like to check out the new items I've gotten in today?
Absolutely.
So he has the items kind of like sitting out on the table next to the box they came in. On the table, there are 3 sets of armor. There are a couple of scroll cases, a couple of potions. There is a cloak. There's a ring. There's a necklace. There is a mace, and there is a wand.
I'm gonna take a look at the cloak.
Okay. Go ahead and if you want to do the detect magic yourself, you can. If you rather have him explain it, you can do that too.
I'll attempt to.
All right.
Magic first.
So detect and then spellcraft. He sees you look at the cloak first, and under his breath, but like just loud enough for you to hear, he says, "I had a feeling you'd look at that first." And with your check and your detect magic, you know that the cloak contains some illusion magic, and it is a cloak of elven kind. This is a cloak of famed elven design, and it is enhanced to reflect the wearer's surroundings, aiding him in blending in with any terrain. When this plain gray cloak is worn with the hood drawn up, the wearer gains a +5 competence bonus on stealth checks.
Oh, dude. How much?
He says, normally these go for about 2,500.
So a +2 ranged weapon special ability is 3,000?
Which enchantment? Sorry.
Like, the +2 ranged weapon special abilities, how much are those?
+2 starts at 8,000.
Oh, Jesus, alright, well, I guess I'll just do on the top part then.
How about... Well, first of all, how much would you give me for... How much credit would you give me for a chime of opening?
Chime of opening, you say. Those are always handy.
I'm willing to part with it for this rope.
He's going to inspect it with his own spellcraft check. He's going to try and determine how much juice is left in it, so to speak, because it is something that operates on charges.
Mm.
It's actually not a very good roll. Thinks it over and he says, "You give me the chime and 1,000 gold. You can have the cloak."
I'm not done. I have some more stuff.
Ooh, let's see it.
There are some of these that I just can't use, like conductive, and like conductive and flaming and frost. I can't use because those are the weapons themselves that become basically the damage.
I mean, to be fair, if you gave that property to your barrel, I'm pretty sure it would give the bullets the same effect.
No,
It just
if you
distance.
scroll down a little further, any of the ones that have like a little number 3 above them,
Yeah.
it says projectile weapons with this ability, which includes guns, bestow this power upon their ammunition.
Oh, okay, cool. Because I was like looking at flaming and frost, and like, it just didn't make any sense for my gun to turn to flames or.
Yeah, so like,
Demon gun.
not that you're picking adaptive, but that cannot be put on firearms, only on bows.
Yeah.
I
read that one. Yeah.
Firearms cannot have conserving.
Or lucky.
No, lucky is only firearms.
Oh, really?
Anything with a 5, lucky, reliable.
And like I'm just looking at the first one, so that's only those two.
Just lucky and reliable, yeah. And then what's number 6? It's only thrown range weapons, so it's returning. And then yeah, there's no 7s in the +1, but that's only bows and crossbows.
I'm thinking of either distance or reliable right now. Because distance would make it so that I basically can be further away. So
Yeah,
80
doubles
feet away.
the range increment, yeah. And then reliable reduces the misfire range by 1.
So Dream's gonna ruffle through his bag and he's gonna pull out a potion of gaseous form, cave fisher blood ale, and I don't know if I've shown him the holy symbol yet, but I'm gonna pull out the golden holy symbol.
So wait, you said it would cut the cost in half with everything that I saw?
Yeah, it would take off 1,000 gold from the price of the enchantment.
Okay.
So yeah, Dream, you pulling out your drugs and sorry, Cavefisher Blood Ale, the gaseous form potion, and you said something else, right?
The holy symbol of the Moschu.
Okay.
Golden.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, Vorvashali looks those items over. Let's see. Gaseous form potion is going to be. I gotta look up the cost of that one. Okay. He looks over those items and he gives you like a bit of a wry smile since you're offering him drugs. He simply says 500 gold.
That I can do. How much are platinum pieces worth again?
Each platinum is worth 10 gold. So
Okay.
yeah, you would have enough money, yes.
Cool. So I'll give him the 500.
All right. Okay, so you now have a Cloak of Elven Kind. Let me put the description of that in the chat.
Nice.
Nice.
So Cade's looking over the mace as this is happening and kind of going,
You were looking at the mace?
yeah.
Okay. Vorvashali says, "Oh, in all my days, I've never been able to get my hands on one of these, but I'm so glad I have it now. You can,
Oh, I'm gonna use thundering. Oh my goodness. I just read thundering.
you can tell this mace to release its head, and it turns into a giant boulder, and then it just rolls in any direction that you direct it to, and it'll crush
He
things
jumps
in
up
its
and
path."
down. Before he even finishes, it goes, that. I want that. That. How much is that?
Well, this is a bit pricey, if I can be honest about it. Not
Cade's
sure.
just gonna go,
Not sure that it's
"Please?"
in your price range. This is.
I'm trying to be diplomatic.
All right, go ahead and roll diplomacy then.
Cade just looks at him and says, you know, I've been doing a lot of hard work, and I've been told and taught about the word of saving and not spending it all on people just to be nice. And you know what? I might actually have enough. You don't know that. And I think it's quite rude of you at this point to assume as such, sir.
As Lynn's reading through her thing, she goes, thundering!
I'm so glad.
I excitedly looks up and goes to Vorshava and goes, you can make people back.
I look over at him and say, how, and then I put my rancier on the table and go, this.
As an exchange?
I kind of back up a little bit and try to see if I'm making the right kind of exchange. So I guess appraise?
Yeah, roll appraise.
Can I help her with the appraise?
Yeah, you can.
She doesn't need it,
All right,
but I'll
22.
help her anyway.
So you've been in here enough, you know, either during the time you spent with your friends or just from living in Sandpoint. You've been in here enough to know that Vorvashali tends to deal in magic items, and while your Ransor is very nice, it's a masterwork weapon, it's not magical, so it's not going to knock much off the cost.
So I just kind of pull that back, and then I look over and I go, and I pull the ring of jumping off my finger, and then I put that down.
Okay, Ring of Jumping, let's see what that's worth again.
It's not in my hat. I think I am. Because I am.
It might help if you make a story for it, Kate.
Yeah, still nobody's identified that hat yet, by the way.
I would
Well,
assume that Vorshali would notice the hat and pick up on it.
Kate's just panicking at this point because Kate wants the mace. So Kate's just gonna go, ring makes you jump, bounce high a lot, bouncy bounce time.
When I get up in Vorshali's face asking about thundering, then he can notice my hat.
He looks at the ring and he says, "Well, oddly enough, that ring would help you get away from the effects of this mace if something were to go wrong."
Kate just goes, oh, god damn it! And Kate just takes all their coins and dumps them out on the counter and goes, does this count? Is this okay?
Hey, no, stop. Just stop.
I want the mace.
How much is the mace?
The mace is over 6,000 gold.
You can have mace at a later date. How about that?
It is. Yeah, it can kind of be like that really nice magical crossbow
that-
that Kat wants from Sava. It'll be like that for you.
Yeah. It's on the to-do list. It's at the very, very bottom because we don't have the funds for it, but it's there.
He looks at you and he's like, listen, I can tell how much you want this thing. I doubt that any of the schlubs in this town are gonna walk in here with enough money to buy it off me. So I'll make sure I keep it here for you, and when you have the money, it's yours.
Look at that. He's such a nice man. Now, about the funding, can we do that?
Oh yes,
He's just pounding in a corner right now.
yes, and I must say that hat is just as wrong for you as those drawings were. What is with the hat?
Oh, I found it and it's mine, but I have no idea what it does. And I thought it would hurt me, so I was really interested in putting it on.
I found it and it's mine. What a way to enhance the story aspect here. No, I honestly didn't.
The second part is I said
You gotta lower
hoping
this
that it would have like a
sound again.
curse on it or something and make me like do something. I don't know what it does, and no one can figure it out. So it's just on my head until something interesting happens.
He's gonna spellcraft it. That's a good roll.
Oh. Kate just comes storming back over and puts down 2 different wands on the counter. One.
My turn.
Wait. I'm not saying anything. I just put them on the counter while you're talking to him because I realized I have more stuff. And I'm yelling back at you. I'm waiting. I just. Kate just sits there on the floor right in front of the counter.
He says, well, you know, you'd think the person who enchanted this hat could have picked a better style, but this is a hat of disguise.
Ah. How does it work?
The description is, this apparently normal hat allows its wearer to alter her appearance as with a disguise self spell. As part of the disguise, the hat can be changed to appear as a comb, a ribbon, headband, cap, hood, helmet, or any other headwear.
How do I make it change? Or can I just not do that because I'm not magically inclined?
No, you could.
Make it look like a headband. Like a goggle headband. Goggles that I can't use, but I can have as a faction wear.
Well, it changes as part of a disguise that you're creating. When it's not in use, it is just the bowler hat that we said it was.
I feel like this could come in handy in the future, but if it doesn't, how much would you take this for?
Probably give like 800 or 900 gold for it.
Holy shit.
It is magic after all. Wondrous items such as this don't sell for cheap, so.
Kate just shrugs and goes, snickering underneath the counter. Goes,
Why?
You can't have your mace. Because you can't have your version of a mace either.
What do you mean I can't have it? I have enough money to make my gun deafen people. You want to try it out?
He looks at one of the other items that's sitting out there, and he picks it up and he looks over at you and says, maybe something like this would be a bit better for you. It's more affordable, shall we say.
What did he pick up? I really want to know.
It is a necklace that has a few different golden spheres attached to it.
Is this for Cade?
It's for whoever has the funds.
What? Sally be like, how much is that?
He says, oh, this necklace would typically go for 25 to 2,700 gold. It's a necklace of fireballs. Using it's very simple. You simply grab one of the spheres on the necklace, you yank it off, and then you just throw it at somebody.
So there's a limit to how many you can throw, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, you're limited to the number. You're limited to the spheres that are on the necklace.
And can you get the spheres back?
He shakes his head. He says, "They're once you use them, they're gone." But
He
it's
tepidly
quite powerful. So, like I said, it's gonna be the base price is like 2,700. You see around it there's two kind of small spheres on like the outer edges, and then two slightly bigger ones closer to the center, and then the biggest one is in the middle.
It's clunky jewelry.
He explains that the larger the sphere you pull off, the more damaging the fireball is.
I'm still debating whether I should sell the hat or keep it in case we need it. Does the hat expire, or is it just indefinite?
The hat's indefinite.
Okay. I think I'll keep the hat for now, because the hat could be helpful. I feel like it could be helpful.
And you definitely want to go ahead with the thundering enchantment?
Yes.
Okay, so...
And I'm giving him the scarf.
The scarf, the two portraits, and the... why am I blanking on the other item?
Noble outfit.
The noble outfit, yes. So yeah, that's going to be those items plus 1,000 gold for the enchantment.
Right. I just realized I haven't shown him the other thing that I have, but I don't want to show him yet because I don't want to know. So it's gonna be 1,000 gold after that, right?
Yeah, unless you do want to show him before paying, but.
I kind of want to bring it to the stage first, but maybe I should show him.
Oh, the mask, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring it up to him as I'm pulling out the 1,000 gold. I'm gonna show him the mask and be like, I'm not selling this to you just yet, but are you interested? And I explained to him that this was the mask that basically changed Aldern from the semi-attractive man that he was into this sickening fucking creature that he became. And I request of him not to put the mask on.
Okay. My Adobe continues to crash on me, so give me one moment.
I have the Jeffrey Bezos song stuck in my head.
Did you hear about there was a petition that people were signing to get him to just like stay in space and not come back?
Oh
Yeah, I signed it.
And it got almost like 200,000 signatures.
Yep. I'm one of those signatures.
I believe it. I absolutely believe it.
It's a shame it didn't go through.
Okay, so yeah, you pull out the Stalker's mask, and Vorvashali, his eyes kind of go wide just at the sight of it, because he sees that it is like clearly made out of like several different scraps of flesh.
Yeah.
And he says, well, now that is... Do I even want to know the story behind that?
Do I know the story behind it?
Well, Aldern was wearing it when he fought you and he turned into you.
Yeah, when he put it on, he became me. Like, he was a mirror image of me, but not with a gun, because, you know, guns are superior, not many people have them, and I think really people should have more guns, but he didn't have a gun, but he was me.
Vorvashali looks at you a little puzzled, then he says, now, when you say he looked like you...
No, he was me. He was me. Just without a gun. Which was, I think that's a blade? I think, yeah.
You know, if all of you weren't trying to kill this man while this was going on, the least he could have done would be to use this opportunity to redo these horrid drawings.
I know, right? You'd think he had a mirror in the house. But he was quite ugly when he put the mask on. Well, I mean, when I took the mask off his body after I killed him as he was me, after I took the mask off, he was quite ugly. Like zombie ugly.
Well, with
Yeah, it was kind of gross, Kate says from the floor.
with weapons like yours, I can't imagine he looked attractive after you were through with him.
You're right.
All right, so he's going to spellcraft the mask, see if he knows what it does. He's having a hard time figuring it out, exactly how it works. Like, he knows what you've told him, obviously, but he likes to try and figure these things out for himself as well. He's like,
well, I was going to take it to the sage to get more information on it, and then I can bring it back to you with that information and then provide a better story than just what I know offhand,
Oh, sure,
I wanted
that's...
to show you to see if you're interested.
Well, it would certainly complete sort of the set of items you've already sold me here, taken off of a crazed serial killer from the manor he lived in.
Yeah, I'll definitely bring it back. I want to talk to the sage, and then I'll hit the armory, and then I'll come back. Because I need to sell a heavy tech in my old gun.
Sounds good. And just so you know, the enchantment on your gun is going to take a few days. I'm sure your friends have told you the same when they got their weapons done.
Well, I'm looking forward to doing business with you. I'm gonna go sell my old guns and then buy the materials to make a new gun. So, by the time you're done, I'll be done with my new gun.
Figure it'll be ready by... being hopeful, I would say next weekend.
What day is it today?
Sunday.
Okay. Like 5-6 days.
Yeah, like Fire Day, Star Day. One of those.
Okay. Alright, cool. I'm gonna go to the sage. Well, first I gotta wait for Cade to get off the floor, stop sulking, and figure out whether or not she wants that necklace or not.
Cade does not have enough gold even for that, so Cade's just gonna sulk away and just say, well, the only other thing I could sell to you would be, and then I slide a wand of silent image across the table.
Okay. While this is going on, Dino, go ahead and roll a nature check for the thing you're doing.
Guidance.
And
I'm just gonna put an asterisk next to my gun and take it out of my inventory. Because I handed it to him. I'm just gonna take the quantity from 1 to 0.
21.
Edge, make a... I don't really know what kind of check for this. We'll say a strength check, just to impart the proper techniques to Shayless as you teach her. Okay.
I feel like dungeoneering would be a good check to like teach someone.
Is dungeoneering a thing? It's the knowledge dungeoneering, I think.
Yeah.
It is, but that's
Knowledge
really,
dungeoneering.
It's like how to dungeoneer. How to be a.
I mean, to be fair, like we did say strength training, so it makes sense why he would do a strength check.
Strength training. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, he is teaching her how to sword play, so that's yeah, that's probably more strength.
Sword play.
Yeah, a different kind of sword play. One kind of she's not exactly used to.
She's not.
Of course I did. Alright, so, Wand of Silent Image. Gotta figure out the cost here. Let's see here. Oh, I'm on the wrong page.
This licorice is so good.
Licorice,
sure.
dude.
Licorice.
Yeah.
Who the hell likes licorice, dude? That's...
Sometimes.
It's homemade red licorice.
Oh, red licorice. Okay, that's different. Black licorice is just...
You only do that if you hate yourself.
Exactly.
Wands
All right, so let's see. I got the wand cost.
And I can't hate myself. I'm awesome.
It's got.
It's based on the spell level and whether it's cleric, druid, wizard, sorcerer, bard, paladin, or ranger.
Yeah, no, I know.
Ranger.
They didn't. Yeah, rangers and cast spells. They didn't really account for like the bajillion other casting classes that they added to this game though. So
Oh, yeah, true.
let's see here. He's gonna appraise that to, or no, rather spellcraft to figure out what. You told him what it is and how many. He wants to try and figure out how many charges are left in it. He's not rolling well on these particular checks.
I mean, Kate could just be honest and tell him how many charges are left.
That's true, but that's up to Kate.
Don't be honest.
Kate really
Remember
wants to buy
what I
something.
taught you.
He looks at it. He looks at it and says, tough to tell how much juice is left in here, but
Kate says, "Well, it like."
Says I can give you 100 gold for it.
Kate's just gonna look at him and go, "Honestly, I think like 5."
Oh, with the charges, yeah.
Yeah. And then
Honestly,
I
think
don't know
it's
if that changes that to better or worse than Cade says, trailing off.
He says, well, normally that wouldn't change it for the better. It's not a lot left in there, of course. But, tell you what. I like you. I can tell you really want to be able to get something from here today. So, we'll still call it 100.
Cade bounces up and down and just goes, can we just call it 100? And then the mace disappears from the counter?
No, we can't do that. That's...
We already told you he would save it for you. Stop being greedy.
I'm not buying it. I'm saying it's a deposit.
Oh, a deposit. That's actually a pretty good idea.
Cade just says, throwing their hands up. I was like, I can't get anything else, but I know I want that. If I put a deposit down on it, then maybe I'll come back and keep paying it off.
To address those checks, Dino, with you and Chomper searching the mush fens and the area around, you don't find any dinosaurs. You find a couple of smaller reptilian creatures. Nothing that kind of screams like, "Hey, this is perfect." You also come across a few kobolds who see you and Chomper coming, and they want nothing to do with you, and they just run away.
I just nod appropriately and like keep searching for animal companion potential.
Okay. And Edge, the progress is slow because Shayless has never done this before, but you do begin to notice that she is picking up on the techniques that you're teaching her, and she's adjusting to have like a proper grip on the sword. She's becoming more efficient with swinging it.
She's a baby adventurer.
Yeah, like I said, like the progress is there. It's just gonna be pretty gradual.
I mean, hey, most people don't even get that far.
And now I would like to. I mean, I know you guys might still not be done in the Feathered Serpent yet, but I would like to.
I want to go to the sage.
You're gonna go to the sage. I'd like to.
Yeah.
I'd like to ask what our formerly absent smut reading pirate sorcerer would like to do. So, Kat, if there's any business you'd like to conduct.
She's unmuted.
Oh no, you're muted.
Is she there?
All right. Well, while we wait, I'm gonna move you guys to the sage.
Also, question.
Yeah, what's up?
The mushrooms is where Cade told me that I might find like crocodiles or decent reptiles, right?
Yeah, it's relatively close to the lizard folk community where you stayed for a bit.
Just making sure, 'cause that's absolutely where I'm searching.
Yeah. You went to the right place. Because you remember
Excellent.
it. You remember it well.
Better than Magnamar.
Well,
I'm honestly happy and hateful that I have a good reason to go to Mac tomorrow now.
fair.
Proper wizard man told me to, so fuck it.
This is true. Powerful wizard man did indeed say that you should go there. All right.
First, I gotta track down a dinosaur.
Yes. Okay, so all of you arrive at the Sage. Brodert is deep in some reading as you enter. And are you like openly carrying the mask as you walk in, or are you being discreet about it?
Like fastened on my belt, so I'm just gonna try and get his attention by like clearing my throat.
He looks up and smiles, seeing familiar, friendly faces. And
Can you tell me more about this? And I kind of just like whip it out.
he looks at it and he says, "That is a gruesome sight there."
Yeah.
But let's see. I'm sure I can help you figure out what it is. He's going to spellcraft it. Just got to find his. All right, there's a stat block. Really, this is a sage that doesn't have any spellcraft ranks. What is this?
Malt balls.
I mean, he's got a good intelligence, so maybe. No, natural 1.
Oh.
He says, "Well, this is rare. I have absolutely no idea what this does."
Are you sure? Are you just still too enthralled with the book you're reading to realize what it is?
Go ahead and roll sense. Go ahead and roll sense motive.
Me?
Yeah. He seems like he genuinely doesn't know what it does.
I'll just hopefully see if it helps him. It was Aldrin Foxglove. He used it, and basically, when he put it on, he turned into a mirror image of me. Everything was the same. Like, did he have the same clothes as me, or is it just his face?
No, he had your outfit as well.
Okay, I was just double checking. He had the same outfit, the same shoes, the same everything except the weapon. The weapon was different. And when we killed him and took off the mask, he reverted back to himself, but ugly version, but himself nonetheless.
That is strange.
Oh yeah, and when he put it on and turned into me, he specifically focused on attacking. Like everyone else was killing, like stabbing him and poking and prodding him, but no, he just wanted to kill me.
Well, I've never, in all my days, seen something like this.
Got any
What do your
books on
eyes
the
see?
Brotherhood of Seven, or whatever it's called? The Brotherhood of Seven?
Oh, the Brothers of the Seven. You mentioned them. Says, well, now I have heard of them.
Thinking they gave this mask to Aldrin.
That is troubling. They hadn't been active in quite a while. If they're out terrorizing people again, then, well, let's just say that you or some other band of heroes needs to rise up and stop them.
Yeah.
Is Edge there as well, or is this still going
on?
Edge is not there.
Yeah.
Unless you want to be, like you could take a break and.
It's fine.
Okay.
Keep trading.
Sucks that you don't know anything about it. I was hoping there was more information about this, because this was kind of weird.
Yeah, terribly sorry I can't be more help. I've just never been met with this kind of magic before. It's nothing, my knowledge and expertise of magics is more ancient, and this isn't something I've heard of them using.
I guess I'll hold on to it till I find more information about it.
Okay, well, is there anything else you want to know, or just...
Hold on, let me see if I have anything else you might know about. Oh, I don't have that pure pearl earring anymore. I gotta get rid of that. Hold on.
Yep, you sold it.
I did. That's why I'm getting rid of it. No, that's all I came here for. I guess I'm on my way to the armory then.
All right. So I'll make another attempt at this. Kat, what do you want to do since you're now present?
So I am still in the...
Yeah, you've been in the tavern reading your romance novels.
About what time and day is it?
By now, it's probably close to noon. With everything else going on, including like Dino off in the swamp looking for an animal companion for Shayless, and Edge training Shayless in the ways of sword fighting. You what? Sorry.
I'm gonna have lunch.
You're just gonna stay in there and have lunch. All right, got it. Ameko puts up a plate of salmon curry and some rice, and even though you didn't ask for it specifically, she pours you a glass of mead and leaves it there for you.
Thank you. Kat's gonna sit there, read, but she's reading the history of like where they are right now. She's changed book.
All right, so you're reading Verizian history. You got it.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, not what I expect from a sorcerer lightning pirate.
Hey, you got to know your surroundings, man.
Exactly.
That's what we have Cade for.
It's a fair point. So over at the armory, Sava is there, kind of just straightening up the place. Greets the three of you and Bebu, and asks what brought you here today.
Oh, sorry, it's my turn. I have things to sell.
All right, well, let's see them.
It's a 1 and a 2.
All right, so Sava. Let me see. Where is her? Here we go.
Oh, it's another thing I sold. Was that thing? Bam. Okay, there we go.
Sava is going to appraise your items. Okay. She looks at the heavy pick and she says, "This is very finely made."
Yeah, I found it in a what would you call a basement that's not really a basement, but more as a place where you use pickaxe and dig at the dirt walls.
Cavern?
Yeah, it's a cavern. Yeah, I found it in a cavern. Yeah, that sounds about it. Him to it. I beat him to it.
Yes, you did. She says, "Do you know if this pick is magic? I'm no good at telling that on my own."
Dream?
Let's see.
Yes, the pick is magic.
What kind of magic is it?
If you want, it is. It's just a basic +1. It's a +1 heavy pick.
Huh.
I can give the breakdown of exactly.
What does the +1 do exactly? Can
Plus-
I use it?
+1 to hit and damage. A heavy pick, you should be able to use it. It is a. I believe it's a martial weapon.
Yeah, it's a war pick, isn't it?
No, it's just a pick.
I got it here. Hold on.
It's an axe. It's in the weapon group axes. And it's martial.
Yeah,
Or
it's a
one-handed.
one-handed martial heavy pick. Yeah. So let's see. It does 1d6 damage times 4 crits, and it's piercing damage.
I don't see me using a pick to like actually fight, and I'll probably just get a be laissez-faire until my gun's done. So that's why I'm selling this stuff.
Mm.
But it's good to sell, so I might as well sell it.
Sava takes a look at everything now that she knows that it's magic. And she says, including the blunderbuss. Probably 800.
Holy shit! You got a deal. Like 800 silver pieces or 800 gold pieces.
Well, gold pieces.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I would just put it in terms of gold. It's.
I didn't know. Okay, so yeah, I'll sell those two things. I'm pretty sure the blunderbuss was like the blunderbuss was probably like 50 gold.
Yeah, the blunderbuss barely changes the amount here. It's pretty much just the pick.
Glad I found it. Okay. Yeah, I'll sell those two things.
Dino, go ahead and make another nature check.
Guidance.
I'm gonna have to get off soon.
Yeah, I can wrap up relatively soon. I know it's kind of it's getting a little late for me too. Yeah, you continue to search far and wide within the swamps of the mush fens, and you're not turning up any dinosaurs. Still the same types of more standard lizards around. You somehow run into the same band of kobolds again, and they again sprint away from you in terror.
God damn it! All I can do is keep searching.
Any other business here in the armory?
Nope. I just realized I should have brought other things, but it's fine. Like, I have a holy symbol of Lamashtu, but I don't think, or shall even take that.
Well, Dream sold him one. The golden holy symbol.
I have a silver holy symbol, so I guess I could give that to him, but it's in my room, so I would have to take a trip back.
Yeah, you have to go back there first.
I should also probably buy a crate, something like a lockbox, with like a dead ass heavy lock. So it's not gold. Although you're not counting gold as weight, are you?
No, I don't count coins in weight.
Yeah, I don't want people to steal my shit either.
I think it's kind of lame. Like most of Most of you
If
guys
I
would
did-
be encumbered if I
I
did
would be
count
at
it.
a medium load with how much I have. Right now I'm at a light load.
Okay. All right. So let's see. We took care of Dino's recent search. Let's go back to Edge for a second. So Shayless continues to work on the things that you're telling her. She's beginning to really enjoy it, actually. She at one point she stops and she looks up at you with a smile and she says, you know, I really appreciate you helping me out. I see now that I definitely would have gotten myself killed if I had just run out there.
Hmm. Yeah, it just sort of like stops and quietly jumps up for a second. Like, I'm trying to see if there's any sort of wisdom we can basically impart. I'm sure everybody's just, you know, he's thinking that, well, from here, you know, we'll keep practicing daily, so that will get you somewhere at the very least. But I'm sorry, I'm new here. You have to inform me what exactly happened with you and your relatives, your parents. Is it really? I've heard
Oh,
they just passed away.
yes.
No,
Well, long ago, a sister of mine was killed, and more recently, it happened again. The, uh, the killer that had been taking lives around town, I was told that he entered the lumber mill late at night and found my sister with one of the workers, and he just slaughtered them both. He just destroyed the man that she was with, and he then took my sister and threw her in the wood splitter.
That's unfortunate. My condolences.
Well, thank you. I only wish that my parents would sort of come around at least a little bit and realize that at least I'm still here.
I suppose so. It would be wise then to, I would say, perhaps take a moment to talk to your parents. You may not have the chance if you keep this line of work.
You're right. I'll go do that.
Even if they object, it's at the end of the day you still, you know, proud of this. You've made your intentions clear. There'll be no regrets at the end of it all, I suppose. Regardless if it ends poorly or well for you, for that matter.
Yeah. Thank you again. Okay. Is there... Yeah, go ahead.
Why on the which thing? Because after I removed everything, I wanted to check my AC on well 20 my AC.
Yeah, your AC... If you're asking why your AC went up, and I have to actually adjust that on my overlay here now, your carry capacity and how much you are currently carrying, you know, whether it's light, medium, heavy, load, that affects the maximum dex bonus you can add to your AC. So if you're on like a medium or a heavy load, it could be limited to lower than what your dex is, and so you're losing AC if you're carrying too much stuff.
Okay. So, second question: who has the highest AC now?
You do, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Because Dream gets his to 19 with buffs, and he is well, hold on. He's I think he's he carrying too much of a load right now? No, he's on a light load.
I'm pretty sure once I add my gun back into my inventory, my AC will drop.
Right, I forgot that enlarged person is no longer. He's not Big Dream anymore. So yeah, his is 20. So yeah, your highest now 21.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure once I add my gun, hold on, I just want to see what it would be at once I add my gun. Oh, it's still 21 once I add my gun. Wow. I'm a pee boy. Girl thing.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Just I'm looking at weights now in Cade's sheet. Cade, why does it say that you have 100 pounds of fish? I don't think that's right. I don't think you have 100 pounds of fish.
Maybe 10.
Yeah, it's probably 10.
It's probably be 10 pounds of fish. You're right. It's probably 10 pounds overall, not 10 pounds each fish. So I accidentally wrote 10 in there and
Yeah.
not 1.
Because I was going to say, like, shit, that's that can't be right.
Yeah, unless it's 10 1-pound fishes.
Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was just like, I fucked up, okay? We're not the greatest here. It's a very Cade-like thing for me to do.
It's okay. This is why I watch back every session through the week, is to help out with this stuff. Okay, so I know Robin said he wants to go to bed soon. So
I'll probably head back to the tavern with Dream and Cade.
yeah,
Must track down dinosaur.
I was gonna ask if there was any other like
Oh, Lord.
kind of pressing stuff that anybody wanted to get done before we call it. I guess since Dino is like so determined, go ahead and make one more nature check.
Guidance. Ah.
God damn it.
Yeah, unfortunately, still no dinosaurs.
Is there any way to sell
Paper going.
and that?
Is there any way to what? Sorry. Oh, sell all that stuff? I mean, yeah, Vorbashali would probably take those off your hands.
Okay.
But
And if he doesn't have the money on him to like give me, I'll just tell him to mark it down as an IOU or my next masterwork done.
okay.
It was a payoff for that.
Yeah, I mean, he probably has the gold for those because none of that's particularly high level stuff. So he should be able to pay that out. But we can figure that out next time. So yeah, we're gonna call it there. We'll
God damn it.
we will
That,
We tried, you know.
pick up next week
Even y'all
with.
could.
I assume there, besides selling things, there's probably a bit more business in town to take care of. I would think. You guys can of course suggest anything you want me to run for you. I still have to finish writing the Magnamar stuff to put in like Dino's, or to allow Dino to see it because he would know that stuff. So I'll finish that up before next week.
No worries. I appreciate all the work you do.
Oh, thank you. I do try very hard to make this fun for you guys as well as anyone else who happens to stumble across our little show here.
I appreciate it. And I enjoy it.
But yeah, until
I
next
want that
week.
maze.
Yeah, I know you want the mace. The mace, it's a cool mace. When I was telling you about it earlier today, I was like, yeah, it's someone's gonna want this and someone's gonna get it, and we're gonna turn every battlefield into a Crash Bandicoot level, and it's gonna be great.
I'm excited.
Sounds amazing, actually.
Yeah. So I don't know if you got to hear it. It's a mace that it's got like a stone for a head, and you can basically command it to release the stone, and it turns into a large boulder, and you can basically just say go that way, and it'll roll like and crush anything in its path. But then it takes 24 hours for the head to come back, and it can't be used as a weapon until then.
Nice.
But yeah, it's
Still
still really cool. It does good damage too. But yeah, so until next week, we wish everyone well. Have a good and safe weekend. Keep enjoying the nice weather of the summer, and we will see you back here next Thursday.
Yeah. Have a good night.
See ya.
Bye.